Hi, Nelson here. Today we're going to continue to talk about meaning, make now meaningful. And previously we mentioned that meaning consists of congruence, purpose, and significance. And in the last episode, we talked about how meaning could be broken, especially when any one of the three facets of meaning are missing. Today we'll talk about how any of these might go missing. It is not just an absence of it, but when we do tell a lie, it breaks any of the facets of congruence, purpose, and significance. Let's start with congruence. What happens if we tell a lie when it comes to congruence? Well, if you remember, congruence is about things making sense, things being of the exact same shape and exact same size as our values and beliefs. Therefore, the things that we do is congruent to who we are, and then things make sense. Another aspect of congruence is that whatever we do makes sense because it is going to help us arrive at our purpose, the direction and the goal that we are aiming for. So what happens is that this gives us a sense of order. In the words of Dr. Jordan Peterson, we get order when what we do gets us the result that we desire. So very often we feel that things make sense because things are happening as expected. However, congruence is fragile because in a constantly changing environment, it cannot stay static, it cannot stay in stasis, because whatever will make sense today might no longer make sense tomorrow. So if we are not truthful to ourselves, that the environment has changed and therefore something about us needs to change as well so that we can bring order back, we can therefore be back in congruence, then you'll find that congruence will disappear when we do not tell the truth, that things no longer make sense because the environment might have changed or we might have changed. Because our knowledge of the environment, our knowledge of the circumstances, and more importantly, our knowledge of ourselves are never complete. And therefore, if we are not truthful to ourselves and we are not truthful to recognize the changes in and around the environment, we therefore will no longer have congruence. Having said that, it is not that difficult to bring ourselves from chaos back into order, to bring ourselves from incongruence back into congruence, because deep down inside, we actually know when things no longer make sense. So try this if you would like. The next time you say something, whether be it to yourself or to others, allow the small little voice deep in you to question you whether you really believe in what you have just said. And if you are being truthful, you will find that you know when you have lied. So how do we then bring back the congruence? Start telling the truth. What about truth in significance? After writing the blog post on what is meaning and the last couple of videos about meaning and meaning breaking down, I've since come across a concept that is very similar to significance, if not identical, and that's the Greek concept of eudaimonia. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. It is about virtuous activity. And so in a similar vein, significance is about being of value, that the life is worth living. And pretty much a life is worth living only if it is of value, most likely to another person, to others. So in this Greek concept of eudaimonia, which is virtuous activity rather than a virtuous character, this action needs to be taken with wisdom, courage, and justice, and for the benefit of people. So very quickly, we can see where truth comes in. Can there be wisdom? Can there be courage? Can there be justice in the absence of truth? Given that eudaimonia is about virtuous activity, it therefore involves us making decisions about our course of actions, what we have decided to do, what we believe to be virtuous, and therefore when we have made a decision about what to do, believing that whatever is it that we have decided to work on or whatever actions we have decided to carry out is therefore virtuous, is therefore good. So similarly, the next time you have to make a decision, try this. Ask yourself if you have made your decision with wisdom, with courage, and that the decision is a just decision. If not, then again, ask yourself, have you told a lie? Have you lied to someone? More importantly, have you lied to yourself? Last but not least, what about truth in purpose? So the last time we talked about purpose, we mentioned direction and goal. So have you set for yourself a goal? Are you on the path in the right direction, headed towards your goal? In the previous video, when we said that congruence is missing, leaving us with only purpose and significance, meaning there is a goal, there is a direction. The goal and direction appears to be directed towards being of value to others, but it might not be something that we believe in, and it might not be something that we necessarily value. And so in that particular explanation the last time, I mentioned that this results in extrinsic motivation. Today I'd like to suggest that if that is the case, that the purpose is not congruent with our beliefs and values, then we need to question whether we have set our goal correctly. And more importantly, instead of just being extrinsically motivated and driven by external factors, are we actually living a life lie? Are we going about our business day to day only to wake up one fine day and wonder what we have done with our life? Or, more importantly, or perhaps more disastrously, we were headed towards a goal, and when we attain the goal and when we reach the destination, we realize that it is not where we want to be. So, are we going towards the correct goal? Are we moving in the correct direction? If we tell a lie when it comes to purpose, then we are not going to end up where we would like to be. Have we adopted a purpose that is not ours? Is it a purpose, a goal that society values more than we do, and so we believe that it is something that we should also pursue? Or could it be a legacy passed down onto us that we find it difficult to resist? So, to find out if you are lying to yourself, if you are living a life lie, that you are lying when it comes to setting your goal and your direction, when it comes to deciding what your purpose is, again, you might want to try this. The next time you are working on something, ask yourself how engaged you are and how energized you are. If you are not as engaged and you do not feel energized by what you are doing, there is a chance that you are probably headed towards a goal that is not congruent to your values and your beliefs. So a quick summary. The last time we talked about meaning being broken if any of the three facets of meaning, being congruence, purpose, and significance, if any one of them are missing, then we do not have meaning, and meaning is broken. If we choose to lie primarily to ourselves, then it is very difficult for us to make now meaningful. I'll see you in the next video.